Hey there, YouTube. It's Sunday night. You know what that means. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome back to my channel. Yimbo reviews everything, and it is my Sunday night podcast where we talk about life and toys. And there's the big breath because I wanted to start things off with some life talk today. um, so it was a very tiring weekend. Wonderful, wonderful weekend. Super tiring. Uh, to the point where I didn't even get a chance to send my link out to anybody. But honestly, tonight, I think we're going to do an hour. It's going to be on the shorter side tonight. Just because I have another crushing week ahead of me at school. So I really do need to start things off, which I didn't do last weekend on Sunday because I had on too much new toys and my fellow toy daddy no chewing. And yeah, like I went to bed with it. Like, not that I'm hitting 8 hours ever. That's always like my mental goal. But yeah, I need more sleep than what I got last week. And this is going to be harder because I have track 4 days this week. Two of them are track meets. So they're going to be really long nights. And like I said, after this weekend, it was a big old family weekend. So let's see where to start. So Friday night, of course, just we're watching Fallout, wifey and I, and it's been really good. Just as an FYI, actually, we didn't watch Fallout Friday because it gets a little intense for her. It is very like graphic and gory, so she needs like days off in between. So we watched Loot. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but Loot is on Apple TV Plus, and it's hilarious. So we watched that too. So it was like a kind of just brain dead kind of night. Saturday, we had a very busy family day. So my brother-in-law Mike, he's been on the stream in the past. He pops in the chat here and there, but I talk about getting to hang out with them. And this weekend was my nephew Mikey's communion, so we went down super early on Saturday, did the whole church and then the after party, and then I got to see my nephew play in 3 different hockey games, and that was awesome. And this is where I did want to address it. My wife's like, "You're totally talking about this on the show." Now, old me, so pre-fatherhood me, would have cut a WWE style promo on these hockey parents. But in the last, now going, my kids are going to be 5 in June. So that whole time of me like really working on myself to be the man sitting in front of you today, I I'm gonna handle it a little differently because I don't like making big statements because I never want people to think that I'm like talking to like I'd like to be very clear in my communication. If I have, whether it's through praise, which I love, and compliments, or if there's something that needs to be addressed, I'd rather just handle it than like talk passive aggressively about it. Because like I said, like for me, I've realized in my life, especially, and again, especially in the last 5 years, that that's it's never you're never going to get through to everybody. People don't like being, singled out or attacked or that type of stuff, and they shut down. And like I'm all about communication between people. I think that that's really going to be the way forward for us as human beings, is to be able to actually like listen to one another and understand each other's perspectives, because we're all plugged into this reality matrix and we all have our unique individual point of views, and that's really the only way we're gonna be able to solve our problems, is through understanding. So on one hand, I don't think that if you watch me on Sundays that I'm necessarily you're not probably in this group. However, you never know. And like I said, I don't want to make it sound, I don't want to ever have anybody feel like coming off as judgmental. So I really like, I want to talk about it because I think it's something that should be looked at, if it, if for at least these people that I'm specifically thinking of. So anyway, my brother, my son, my my nephew played in 3 parody games. So he's really really good at hockey. 7 years old. He's in like a traveling like a travel team, top tier. Like he's excellent. And he's in this new league, so they only had one practice, and then these games were to make sure that for scheduling purposes that it would be leveled out. So they dropped their first game 3-2, super close. Like and again, like the coach is getting the feel for the players, and the kids are getting used to each other. They don't even know each other. So second game they went up like 4-1 and they ended up tying. And again, it's just like they're gonna be so good with practice, and once they start getting to tournaments and like meshing and gelling with each other. The third game, I knew was gonna be trouble because there hadn't been any issues whatsoever. But there were parents that the hockey rink served beer. Number one, so you had some dads just straight up crushing beers. And again, I'm not I drink, like I'm not saying whatever, but they were drinking. And then this one dad was just like we were a section over. Like we weren't even, but it felt like he was in my head screaming to his kid the whole time. And this team was really good and ended up they won 10-0. But what I'm coming from is like when they hit 7 5 minutes, 10 minutes left of the game, maybe chill, because like it's not towards standings. There's no like these stats don't count for anything, and just screaming. I don't know, man. Like if you guys want to, like I know I'm Mr. Positivity and smiley guy, but I straight up like just death glared because maybe it's the way I was raised. Like I've always put sportsmanship above all and the treatment of people. Like even like I've never been like it's human nature to want to kind of showboat or gloat a little bit, but like I've always tried. I've had plenty of moments in my life where I've been humbled. So like I don't know, like I know like I was a baseball player. So, sometimes you hit the home run and as a pitcher, sometimes you give up a lot. And I've given up plenty of home runs in my life. So I don't know, I've always been very much like a sportsmanship player as a coach throughout my life. Again, sportsmanship above all else. And yeah, it just wasn't very sportsmanlike. And it just really made me sad to the point where like I was really heated, and my wife knows this and she wasn't with me. And it was good because like I got to the point where sometimes like because I like to think that I have integrity that like this was crossing like my personal principles, and I was going to say something but not to be attacked or derogatory, but just like question like, but I didn't. I again I swallowed it all. I just did the death glare. But yeah, it was something. So I don't know. Like I hope like I totally my kids are gonna be in sports starting in the fall, and I know that there's gonna be that aspect. Like I'm a competitor. Like in all this talk of sportsmanship, like I hate losing. And I am very very competitive when it's an official competition, when it's a sporting event. Like I want to win, and I will do the work and put the practice time in to like to get better, because like I'm never gonna feel that way again type of thing. Um, but like I said, it's through my perception, and I could be wrong, and I haven't checked the chat yet, and hope that like again if I'm out of line for what appears to be passing judgment, it's not. It's more of just like I don't think, in my opinion, that that is going to be beneficial for those kids to be raised in that kind of like extra aggro aggressive manner. I think you could still be have that killer instinct, um, and it doesn't have to be done in that way. I don't know. It was rough. It was rough. I was definitely because they're 7 years old. At the end of the day, these are kids. Like I know there's a huge financial commitment and a time commitment, especially when it comes to hockey. So there's a lot of factors that go into why people get so caught up in it, and then of course it's your kid. Like, how could you not want to see your son or daughter succeed, and like talking to my brother-in-law, like not want to get hurt. Like that's always the paramount. Like you're sitting there worried that like the game will just go okay, and I totally understand that because like I wrestled in high school, and my mom saw me wrestle once. She couldn't handle it, like getting all like seeing me all twisted up, and I was winning, but just like the whole twisting and turning and just like worrying constantly. Like she couldn't come see me wrestle, and she even had trouble sometimes with baseball, just with bloody noses and line drives and all sorts of that stuff. So. Like I said, it's just like all things with humanity, it's a complex issue. And that's why I hope I'm doing this delicately because, you know, like I said, like I'm just giving food for thought. But man, yeah, I don't know. That stressed me out. That was a bummer. But ultimately, very fun day. So happy I got to spend all that time with my brother-in-law and his parents and my nephew and it was great. And then today, because it's a Sunday and like you got to at least dedicate one day to doing house stuff. I was outside doing landscaping. Like I was mowing my lawn and had to run to Home Depot and get topsoil and just all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, I didn't get a lot of like toy time this weekend, which is okay because that sometimes happens, and in this way it'll just make my toy time that much better as we move forward. But we have toy time right now, and that's what I love this and again, I appreciate this time that we spend together every single week. So, how are you everyone? We do have a lot of awesome toys to talk about tonight. So again, the smile is on my firmly planted on my face. I'm so happy to be here. And now, let's say hi to the wonderful people here. So, Jamie Park coming in first tonight. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Hello, hello. Turtles Nerd 88. How you doing? There's my man Josh Brown. Thank you for the shout out today. Again, like it's always appreciated just to get the word out. Um, the thing that I know I've thought about many times is the fact that like there we see accounts and we see even toy tube accounts that have grown in popularity that feed off of our negative emotions, that because that's the easiest way. Like we are wired to be that way, and I always go back to like our evolution, like the fact that we did used to live in caves and hide from saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths. Like we were not the alpha predators of planet Earth for a long time. And there is such a thing as like generational trauma that gets passed down through DNA. So I think a lot of like that wiring, the way that we are in that regard comes from that. And we see it in what succeeds with the internet because like it's statistically proven over and over again that like clickbait headlines get clicked on a percentage more because it will strike that nerve of fear, worry, and anxiety. So anyway, this is a long way to go that like I know that that's a pathway and I refuse because that's not how I want to do things here. So, in order to always help with letting people know and helping this channel grow and all of my friends that are attached, like on this little rocket ship that we're all on, any kind of help in that regard is great. So Josh, again, thank you so much. And hey, there's the Machu toy. What's going on, Matt? Again, I could always send you the link later on, but I do want to try to. I wanted to get my little talking point out of the way. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much with that little opening. Um, but again, I need to keep it short. I need to keep it on the shorter side tonight. um, let's see. Wyatt Smith, how you doing? Copper State Collectibles, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us this evening. Messy Toy Photography, how you doing, Emma Kinney? Cal the Collector, my man Carlos, how you doing, dude? Clint Tassick's in the house. What's going on, Clint? There's my toy daddy, no Chewy. See, I know better to send him the link before I'm about to sign off. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Chewy. Hey, he's a Marvel fan. What's going on, dude? And Samurai Chris, hey, happy Sunday, man. Good to see you, buddy. And Finn Cobb, thank you so much. What's going on, E from E's Animation Studio? Kenny Lang, how you doing? So now we get to the comments that to catch up on. It was rough, man. Like I said, it was like like it's just not. And again, everybody can look at things differently. But I guess I do put like my children and their well-being first and foremost when it comes, like I'm a teacher, so like I put my students' well-being first and foremost. And I just, like I said, when I coach, like I do think that different people need different approaches. Like sometimes that you do need, like there have been times in my life I've needed the kick in the butt. I've needed somebody to light the fire and to kind of rile me up that way. But on the whole, I know for what I needed more often than not was just to be like seen and like respected, and I appreciate what you're doing, but I think if you did this, and like that's how I try to like do most of my coaching and teaching and talking, like raising of my kids. So like I said, I'm not afraid to get stern and hold kids to an expectation. But yeah, I don't know. Vidcov, I get it, man, in a weird way. Blessed to be on some pretty terrible teams that humbled me. I learned how to lose, which way too many people probably haven't. Yeah, like I mean that's a big thing too. I've been on the winning sides of blowouts. I've been on many losing sides of blowouts. It's really important to, especially in sports. I mean that's why I think sports are really an important piece to our development, because you do learn so many valuable life lessons, and not everybody can win. Like I know that I'm I taught through the participation trophy era, and I was not a huge fan of that. Like I get what was the mindset was, and again, I think it was an overreaction to how boomers raised us, and like most of humanity before that. So I think it was an overcorrection, but I think now, at least in um, the parents that I'm like either close with or friends with, or like the families I see that are doing the work, because parenting is not easy, especially to control your own emotional reactions to your kids. But yeah, I think that's, like I said, I think there's a fine line, just like most things in life, and I think we are getting to a better point. Um, and yeah, kids have to learn how to lose, because you're definitely not going to get everything that you want in life. We all know this. Um, Josh Brown, the glare you would just get the carrot made me feel like he was disappointed. Josh, I would never, 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 never. No, that was not directed at you. I'm sorry, guys, but see, I have that side of me. I do. Like, Jamie, like, nah, screw that guy. It's a game, and their kids. Most kids want to play, and most parents want their kids to have fun. How many of the kids do you think are really trying to go pro? Yeah, I mean, and that's the other part of it. It's like when it comes to athletics, like I'm all about putting a kid, like, I'm here speaking for me now with a son that is a lefty. Like it's very interesting that he currently doesn't really have an interest in baseball. We got a tee recently, so like we've done a little bit of hitting off the tee and just like, hitting the ball, but nothing where he wants to start watching it. But that's been on me too, because like we have let our kids kind of dictate the television viewing in our house, the first like 4 years of their life. So this summer I was like, you know what, baseball's going to be on more. And for baseball being such a big part of my life, my kids have only seen me as the toy guy, and that is still even above sports. Like toys are my go-to top thing. So and that's no problem with that, but like I do want my kids to see that side of life and see that side of me. So with my son, it's going to be interesting because like baseball is my sport. I'm really hoping he gets into it, but I'm not going to force it, like, but I do hope, I really do hope. And the fact that he's a lefty, literally my dad and I for my entire life have been saying like, because I never had the arm that threw, or I never learned how to get my arm to throw in the 90s, right? So I just, again, grew up in an era of, well, God didn't gift you with a thunderbolt, so it is what it is. And now there's like pilotech and cardio thing. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff that you can actually increase your arm velocity. But my dad always was joke with me. He's like, man, but if you have a son, even if you threw in the mid 80s with that movement and it lefty, Like can make a career as like a setup man in the MLB. So yes, there is that part of me that, like I'm going to be very self-aware. I think that's like part of it too, is just constantly being aware of how I'm feeling in different modes. So, but yeah, like at the end of the day, it's just like winning the lottery. Only so many people can make it. You can have all the talent in the world and you can blow out your knee. I mean, it's still a very much fragile type of thing to build an entire future around. Like that's, I'm always going to encourage people to be well-rounded. Lost in translation. What's going on, Jules? How you doing? Happy Sunday night. And TJ Williams, what's going on, dude? Let's see. Let me get the discipline clear one more time for a screenshot. All right. Just to paint the picture too. This is again last 5 minutes. They're up. This is when they hit at this point now 8, 9, 10, 10, 0. And they were still in again, they're kids, so like just they were still just constantly in the attack zone. So the action's going on to this side. The dad's over here and he's filming. And I ignore the action and just it was yeah, it was a little nostril flare in there. Oh, what's going on, Toy Father? How you doing, man? Yes, it is. It is I am Boner. How are you? That dude was obviously overcompensating for his shortcomings, trying to live vicariously through his child. His parents do more damage than they realize. I mean, again, I know that's why I love you guys in the chat. Like, this is why we all connect with each other. We're all, like we resonate. Our energies match. Um, it's just being self-aware. Like I'm very self-aware of the things I'm good at and the stuff that I'm not and that I need to work on. Like I'm constantly, and again, it's just at the end of the day, and this is why I want to share, being able to be proud of yourself and whatever aspects of life that you are, like, because you have to give yourself grace for those shortcomings, as long as you then say, all right, I recognize this and it's going to take time. I'm going to work on it, like that's all you can do to, like, that's where I've gotten to this point where, like I am the confident guy because like I do like who I am in spite of my flaws, and I just try to lean into, like on shows like this, like what I'm good at, which is hopefully, putting smiles on your faces. So I get it, man. Don't try to excuse it all scientifically. With the grace of Jesus Christ, I'm even okay through hurting for Friday. Me and my wife went to Fun City. All right, well, good, man. I'm happy that we were able to turn it, or whatever was going on. I'm happy we were able to turn it around. Again, life is too short. That's another big thing that has helped me is, not dwelling on the morbid aspect of life, but just being appreciative of every moment that we have in life, every moment through your day, trying to make the best of it because um, tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? You can't change the past and you can't worry about the future. So this is where we are now. So that's great that you guys were able to have a great time. Six exits happen. What's this jabroni's name? How you doing, Ryan? Thanks for being here tonight. Cal, I would have been upset at that guy as well. Yeah, like it's one thing to cheer on your team, but like they're still kids. Like I just also think of myself as a competitor and an athlete. Not to keep harping on this, but like you get upset as a player, and I'm not saying that the kids were hearing everything because it's hockey and they're in helmets, but it's just never a good thing, to stoke those flames. Lefties are the besties. What's going on, Cody? How you doing, my friend? I need to send a message to you later on because Cody is going to be a special guest one of these nights on the Toy Pick community with the Toy Daddies. That's going to be a blast. Marvel fan, what's your 5 favorite Marvel teams? 5 top DC teams and top 5 DC and Marvel teams of all time. Team wise, do I even know? Like, could I name 10 in general? I mean, I guess. I mean, for me, I'm always gonna go Justice League and Avengers for my top 2. I guess. I love the X-Men, obviously. DC, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, could I go heels like Legion of Doom? Is it Legion of Doom? Right. I'm thinking now. I'm like thinking of wrestling against wrestling terms. So the Legion of Doom. Um, I just love that assortment of characters. The Bat family would count as a team. So I love the Bat family. Trying to think who else, or Marvel. I mean, you have the Defenders that are great. Um, hmm. See, I'm stumped now. That was a good question. I need a little more prep time for that one. I'm gonna come back to that. What's going on, Duart Studios? How you doing, Brian? Good to be here, man. Appreciate you. You know what? You did some awesome. I just saw something that was great come across my eyes before the show. Let's see if I was it a post? Oh yeah, baby. Okay. I didn't even get a. I didn't get to like it. I think I saw Toy Chase. Check this out. So again, one of the many, many talented diorama makers that I know in the community. Wow. 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 So yeah, the man does incredible work. Look at this. My goodness. And the inside. And the inside. So this is based. I'm not a car guy. I know Duarte is. Not like like I where this RWD, see, like I don't even know how to say this, but RWB official headquarters in Japan. But this is just from a, oh, there it is. There's the real shot. Oh my god. So yeah, buddy, dude, insane, insane. Keep up the great work, man. Oh, do I review everything? Asking for friends. I review. I mean, thanks to algorithms, I've this is the show where I could kind of review all sorts of stuff. So, but in terms of YouTube and Instagram, I'm firmly in the toy the toy action figure niche. Oh, Diggs, another fellow lefty. All right. Sounds good, man. Captain McKay, dude, I got to see Machu's WW WW oh my god, 2K24, WWE 2K24 character model. Dude, that was so spot on, man. He's been killing it, absolutely killing it again in the digital, like just video game creation mode. Oh my god, it's so awesome. Samurai Chris, what's going on? I'll just chuckle. I'm just take the comment down. Oh my god. Lots of trans. That's the look I give people that drive 65 on the highway. What's going on, Alexander? How you doing, dude? I still have to take my shot for the collab, the Sabretooth Wolverine. Again, I just haven't had a second to get into toy stuff. Outside of a couple little updates I'll give you. I had literally what turned out to be like a half hour of toy time. So like to me that's like when I try to set up a photo now with getting the lights and all the stuff all situated. But I spent that like half hour over the course of my week dedicated to cranking out 2 videos. So real fast. I'm gonna of course get back to the rest of the chat. Um, but just as a reminder, if you haven't checked them out yet, I put a new spin on my reviews. Of course, I'm still going to do my full blown like comparison review videos. I love doing those. I love trying to dig out all of the toys, around a specific character. But I'm gonna save some of my bigger, longer ones for because I don't want to like stop being able to make videos. So anyway, in the 2 reviews I did for Jaded Toys Mega Man and then SHF Final Swing Suit Spider Man. It's Yimbo's 5-minute feelings, and I literally have a timer up in the corner. Mega Man, I ended up having like double bonus time, but Spidey, I actually kept to the talking points under 5 minutes, and then it goes a little bit longer because I do some posing and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying them. If you haven't checked them out yet, I would love to know if you like the format because that gives me an opportunity to crank out some more stuff because I have all of these wonderful toys to talk about. Um, I lost my place now. Let's see. Doom. Oh, Doom Patrol's another good one too. Doom Patrol. That's right. Let's see. Cody, I expect you to have a 1-to-1 Mikey wig for your top 10 appearance. Yes, but again, Cody enabled me on that Michelangelo, that he Mikey, just because of the wig. Like, I mean, I want all of those toys. Actually, again, when I took my daughter, she was my Home Depot buddy today, and then we went to Target after. And I was hoping for some like in-person haulathon stuff, because on Friday night I got to hang out with Unparalleled Universe, and that was just, Wade and I cracking up for 2 hours. And in the course of that, we talked about like there was another haulathon, and I only have Kirby. I literally only have Kirby because I missed out on every online drop so far, and that's literally been the only figure. I saw Baxter Stockman again today, which I was still on the fence about, but I still put him back because I'm trying to, make sure I'm budgeting well for Comic Con this summer. Um, but yeah, like I would love that KC 2 pack. Haven't seen them ever, haven't seen any. Like if the KC 2 pack and Donatello, those are the two, and as much as I love all of those Pizza Club ones, I want the spinning bow staff. I've been saying that many times now. So, but yeah, Donnie, and it was nobody. There was nobody. Actually, I was insulted as a toy guy because they had the Haulathon end cap, and it had been cleared out. Like when they put everything out before all the online sales started, and yeah, like now it's just all of their old stock that they put there, and I was disgusted. I sh- I gave that end cap that look too. I did. I went, ugh. And my daughter's like, "What's the matter, Daddy?" I was just like, "They're lying." She goes, "What are they lying about?" But yes, I did almost buy a toy, and that was also because of Cody. I almost bought the who was it? The Mouser Trapjaw, whatever he's calling. Mouser, I forget his name, but he's on clearance and he was $12. And even that, like I had him in my car and I'm walking around the store, and I ended up putting him back because I was only going to really add it to my Mouser collection, but I have a lot of Mousers now. So I was like, no, behave yourself. Behave. Let's see. I may or may not have something on the way. That is epic. That is epic, Cody. Uh, of course, Brian. Of course, dude. No problem. Let's see. Jimmy Lynn, DC has. Oh, the Titans. Thank you for giving me. Okay, the Titans. I love Teen Titans. I love their version. In the New 52. I've said before, like that's when I was, as an adult, actively reading weekly comics, and I love that run of the Titans. I thought that was so great. So yeah, I would definitely put them in my top five. Birds of Prey, I also considered, like they were coming to mind. Oh, just yeah, the JSA, that's good. Freedom Fighters, Metal Men, All Star Scotch, and the Rogues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, DC's great. DC's awesome. I love him. I love him. Let's see. Yes, he reviews everything. He just reviewed a hockey game. Let's see. Oh yeah, Turtles are that was crazy good. Marvel fan for me is Marvel Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, duh. As I have literally a whole shelf of Guardians. Yeah, so that would be up there for me. Fantastic Four, right? X Force. Oh yeah, Suicide Squad for sure. So yeah, you know what? Thank you guys for. I appreciate the help, because as these names come to mind, like in terms of a ranking, like that would make it a little easier. Like seeing all of the groups in front of me, I'm like, oh yeah, like I definitely have like my pulls, team wise. No, thank you, Alexander. I appreciate it, dude. Just family and track. But yes, I like again, I always itch for toy photography time. Like at the end of the day, I never want to stop being the toy reviewer that it's the toy reviewer for toy photographers. Like that's what I love toy photography so much. So, yeah, I'm at like especially again, getting to use my Lone Wolf stuff. I just need more picture time. Captain McKay, Macho and me laughing really good when he showed me some early clips of me in that game. Next time I'll do better in the Rumble. Hey, I made it to the fourth. I made it to the final four, so I was happy with my digital valiancy. My digital heart, like making it to the final four. That was fun. That was so much fun. So I hope Macho. I think he will keep doing them. I mean, he's now put in so much effort creating so many toy tuber personalities. It's incredible. Let's see. Marvel fan says also all time would be Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, Fantastic Four, Avengers, and Justice League. Yeah, that's a really good just all time final five. Let's see. Turtles are said he has a fire dial being made in process from a friend. Very cool. Again, dioramas, man. I mean, you guys know they instantly enhance not only your photography, but just like enjoyment. Like again, this is a museum to me. I have my lone wolf stuff where I just it adds to just staring at, especially when I leave toys set up. Like I'll just put everybody up in there. It's not even for anything. Like I have CM Yimbo sitting there, like just on the bench that Not a Bird, Not a Plane had sent me so many months ago, and he's just chilling there, happy, holding a Super Mario toy right now. Let's see. Instead of Doom Patrol, it's Teen Titans. I forgot about them. Runner up of all time. Cody said, I have my own mini Motu Transformer Star Wars McFarlane Haulathon this weekend. What'd you get from McFarlane? I know you got into them briefly, so that's interesting. Finn Cobb, I reread my reply. That was not how I meant. All right. I learned to win gracefully through losing. Gotcha. It's tough skill, and that dude did not learn it. I would have felt the same as using, but I appreciate it, Finn. Again, it's just a matter of having us coexist as peacefully as we can as people. Like we can all feel our certain ways. We're all entitled to our feelings. But yes, just understanding that that's makes me so mad. Local Lou, what's going on, man? How you doing? What are these days? Again, just give me the bat signal a little bit earlier, or give me some options. I would love to pop in on your stream one of these days. Holothon sucks. We don't get any good stuff in my area, dude. It was brutal. Like it was just my target is pillaged, and even all of the drops from this week, when I looked at like store availability, it didn't say not sold in stores, which is usually like my little clue that they haven't been put out yet. Everything is just out of stock, and all of the targets by me. So yeah, they put things out early. Meanwhile, I'm seeing pictures of end caps like restocks. I know Colorado, somebody just said was about to get restocked again. Like just full blown. Like I don't know if we are in New Jersey getting these restocks and they just get gobbled up by toy show people and scalpers, like, and again, that's all part of the game. I'm not gonna hate the player. Like it's a little bit bummer, but it saved a little bit of cash. So again, I'm not I have toys to open and play with. Mouse Jaw, that's that. Thank you, Cody. And I think all the deluxe will be on clearance today at my Walmart. Each one has like 10 Krang. See, like that Krang, you've made me want that Krang too. What's going on, Kevin, aka Unworthy Collector? How's it going? Happy Sunday, dude. Let's see. Catherine Gay said your Haulathon story is the same as my Monday Night War Ultimate Search from Walmart. These wrestlers are never in stock, just a row of empty pegs and bare shelves. And I know that like because I'll be, even though I haven't been doing wrestling photography, I'm still in an amazing collab group I had started like back with the early goings when I first bought my Stone Cold Steve Austin and was like, this is what wrestling figures are. So fortunately the group, it's just an awesome group of wrestling friends, and yeah, like I know that the guys that go hunting, for these new drops, it's incredibly infuriating. I am currently waiting for Yokozuna. Was supposed to be delivered today, but he wasn't. So I should probably check on that, but after the stream. Green Lantern Corps, of course, dude. Oh man, how could I forget about the Green Lantern Corps? Yeah. Oh, where would they rank? They might make the top 5. I think they would make the top 5. I'm a big fan of Oa and all of that stuff. Yeah. Aristotle, hello. If you're interested, I have an unopened Casey Suit 2-pack. I'll give it to you for retail. I'm trying to buy more Legion mystery boxes. Hey, hit me up on Instagram, buddy. That would be awesome, Aristotle. I would be down. You know, that'd be neat. Yeah, thanks. See, collectors helping collectors. That's what I like. Let's see. Cody says, I get the Jokerized Batman White Knight, one of the coolest looking figures I've ever seen. Interesting. All right. Unworthy. I was a terrible photographer until I got a die out. Now mediocre at best. No, dude, you're fantastic, man. Do what? Yeah. Here we go. Since I have IG open, you know I like doing these little spotlight things randomly. Let's see. And this will give me a chance to probably catch up and like a bunch of Kev's stuff because I do my best trying to stay on top of everybody's amazing photography. Oh, look at this super low key lighting. John Carver, all right. I see. I love this picture, dude. I love that. I showed it to my son. He got such a kick out of it. Oh, the spoons are glowing. That portrait of Mr. Freeze. Come on, Unworthy. Get out of town. I guess I've been doing a good job liking these. All right. Oh, that's a beautiful. See, look, come on, man. Why are you giving yourself a hard time? These are so cool. Oh, and this was our collab. We did that collab. See, there's mine. We got to do another one, buddy. Come on now. Look at this. All right, see, I didn't even get to like that one yet. And I love your like. I not only Kev, you do a great job of not only sticking to like the 110, 112, but again dropping the Funkos, dropping that Pokemon figure. Um, Again, just jumping around with scales. Yeah, come on, stop it, stop it. I don't want to hear that nonsense out of you, Kev. Let's see. Catwoman K says didn't know they were Jokerized until that one. Cody, the regular White Knight Batman is awesome. True. More like Lolathon, Lamathon, Lamathon. Well, it's Jules. Did you try to grab anything from this set? Did you like any of the recent drops? Marvel fan says, Zimbo, what's your favorite three Marvel characters and your three DC characters and three all time? Oh, my three all time. I'm very basic. It's Batman, Superman, and Spidey. I mean, my top is Spidey, but that's been a later in life. Like I just appreciate everything about Spidey. I think he's the most grounded. He is the one that, speaking of like having times in his fantasy life being humbled and still maintaining his optimism for the future and humanity. So I love Peter. And then of course sadly Superman and Batman. They're always those are my top three. um Man, let's see. It's gonna be tough. Spidey, Deadpool. I think I would throw Wolverine up there. Probably the Hulk and maybe Cap. But see, like if I'm rushed, those are the ones that are coming to mind as I'm looking around. I could get deeper into like I'd have to do like I would be so annoying about it because I would break it into different like subcategories. um, Now I'm thinking of DC guys. I like the complexity of John Constantine. So I don't know if he would make my top five, but I really like Constantine as a character. I've actually read a lot of his comics too, like the Hellblazer stuff. Um, so Batman and Superman, then take that. And I think I would. I don't know if I'd go Hal in terms of, but then I'm just naming Justice League characters. I like Lobo a lot, but I don't know if he'd be in my top five. I like Lex Luthor in terms of like villain wise. But then if I go if it's heroes and villains, then I don't know if I'd go Luthor or I'd probably go maybe go Joker. But even his whole character, I like that dichotomy with Batman. You got the gears turning. You got the gears turning. This is a tough question for my tired brain this evening. Aristotle, I'm in Bergen County. Oh yeah, it's Slim Pickens there, dude. It's all like North Jersey guys. So yeah, it's everywhere. Everywhere in North Jersey is just picked clean. Um, Marvel fan for me, it's Marvel. Oh, so Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and Star Lord. That's me. Don't go after. No, that's not everybody, dude. Those are great choices. And DC, Joker, Batman, Red Hood. Oh, Red Hood is a great too. Red Hood is a good one. Yeah, because then would I throw a Robin in my top? I might. Gambit might be thrown into my Marvel one. This is a good topic. Maybe this could be another version of it wouldn't be a turtle draft, but maybe that could be another fun draft show that Jay Shot had pulled together with Machu. So that was a really fun night. and we were like we wanted to pull that back, but just having, I think there were 6 of us, 6 different toy personalities on there drafting for the Turtleverse. Like, I think something like this would be a lot of fun and could be like a continuation. Like everybody pulling in their top 5. Like if we just stuck with like DC characters first, like it could definitely be a series. Again, if I could do this full time, guys, I would be just streaming all the time. Local Lou, I'll give you a heads up DM to see what your schedule looks like. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That would be awesome. Marvel fan, all time Star Lord. Oh wait, we did that. Ray Paz, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Local Lou, and I'm all good. Hot Toys just pull me back into the dark side of my force, my poor wallet, dude. I totally understand every time I see pictures of those head sculpts and just what they look like. And every time I look over, then I see my Spidey. I'm like, I get it. I get it. So I just don't have space. Like, I have between that Spidey and that 12-inch Deadpool Marvel Legends that I've shown off before, who's still wearing Ken Barbie clothes. Like, they just take up space for me that I need for Dios and all of these other Tupperware dinner containers of action figures. Messi, did you build Optimus? Heard he was on the agenda. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That could be a good segue. So, and of course, chat, I'm still going to keep catching up. I just wanted to show that, like I said, just a quick reminder, if you haven't checked them out, give me feedback, guys. Like, I mean, again, I'm not just begging for engagement. Like, although any engagements, that does help, a small channel like mine grow. Again, you guys are on the bottom floor of this journey with me. But yeah, like, if you can comment, like, even if you there's a part that you don't like, or you're like, hey, go back to I'd rather have the 20-minute versions. But I'm trying to make these like smaller, bite-sized, that's not just as quick as like a short. Like, I know shorts are nice. I watch plenty of TikTok reels and shorts because it's, especially, like in the bathroom, swiping through. So but there's still a nice place for longer stuff, again, like these long form videos, like we do, these podcasts, these hangouts. But then, not everybody has time for a 25-minute toy video, so I get that. So anyway, let me know if you do like the new format, and if you want to see something tweaked within it. But if you like the challenge, like, I literally, that 5 minutes, there's no edits within that 5 minutes. It is pure, like, that is it. Like, I'm not trying to cheat. I'm trying to keep my thoughts concise and to the point. So, but yeah, just let me know, because, like, again, if it's not, I only make this stuff, number one, because I enjoy it, obviously, but I am trying to help you guys out in terms of your buying decisions. Like, that was kind of my thing from the beginning when I started toy photography and just buying so many toys, and finally making the switch to live streaming and the YouTube. Um, yeah, like, I buy stuff so maybe I can help you decide if it's worthwhile for you, or if you can, skip it and avoid it. So, hang on, I'm gonna cough. So, yeah, let me know. But one of the things I did want to do is show you guys, like, I did mention how Chester and Mega Man, in terms of how they move and their articulation setup, were pretty similar. Just they both feel really good. So I just wanted that little reminder. And here are my. Sorry, Toby. I don't know what's going on in his hands there, but I really like this figure a lot. I mean, I like all of my SHF stuff quite a bit. I'm still torn about ordering the Toby Mafex or Mafex. I'm still very torn about it. I haven't made my decision, which I probably should. But yeah, like, I just like my SHF stuff. So I took these all out. One of my next longer videos that I've been wanting to make is a full comparison of the SHF Spideys with their Marvel Legends counterpoints. So just to show off, and then again, like, if you don't need to get both sets like me, crazy person, just kidding. I just like having Spideys. I like having Spideys. But yeah, like, maybe you only can go for one direction or the other. That could maybe help you out. At least that was my goal when I posted my SHF Green Goblin to Marvel Legends comparison, just to show off the direct. But the one thing I did want to tell you, for those of you that may have seen that latest video on the final swing suit, this is my Toby from that. And when I was talking about the crunch, see, it like literally just pops apart. And that is such a bummer. And then it will click. So I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but I don't know if you heard that. Like, it does snap and pop in, but he just comes off when I crunch him. And nobody else does this. Nobody else. And I was worried about that Spidey, my new one, but he was fine. And then, like, talking to Toy Father and Macho, they're like, no, man, that's not supposed to happen. But this was already the second one that I had from Amazon that does it. Now, I can bend him. See, he pops right there again. So he snaps. I can get him posed up. It's just that is very frustrating. So I'll be able to move him around. I'll get him posed where he's not popped off the peg. But that shouldn't be happening. And I don't know what it is on the inside that's causing that, because it looks fine. Like, there's no damage to it. There's nothing missing. Like, it's... So I'm going to try Kiki. I just haven't had an opportunity, but I will, now that I've kind of grabbed all these guys and gotten them out. So I'll get these guys out of the way. But I wanted them all, like, situated nicely so that, I can now work on that review if that's something that you guys would be interested in. So, again, let me know in the chat over here. Let's see. Digsfig says, isn't it NECA New Jersey? Here in Narnia, we're stacked. I have an extra Donnie. Let's make a trade. All right. So there we go. Between Aristotle and Digsfigs. All right. Maybe I will get my hands on these two missing holothon, like the only ones that if I saw them in a hunt. But yeah, NECA is in New Jersey. We just get smoked. I don't know. Just we get hit. We get hit very hard. Let's see. Captain K, yeah, the sculpt on the White Knight is so good. Joker Smile just takes it to a whole nother level. Really special. All right, Cody, I'm gonna have to check it out. Check out what you're doing with it. Let's see. Also, Spider is a runner-up for me. Oh yeah, Spider-Man. There you go. Lost in Translation said the end cap of my store sold out instantly, and trying to get anything is like catching smoke. I know. I made the joke on Friday on Wade's stream that like my schedule this semester is that I teach. Like, I have students in front of me from the moment they walk in the building until 12:15. Like, so my whole morning, my whole first 5 or 6 periods of the day, so literally it's over 4 hours is just students. So it's very hard for me to be like, so I know I'm in the middle of this lesson, but guys, there's a drop real quick, so I'm just going to check my Target app. Just give me a second. Like, I can't do that. So like, me and my phone are just, we don't look at each other, which I would hope, for fellow parents out there, that would be what you'd want to hear. But yeah, like, I know for me, like, I don't, my phone is down as soon as my whole morning starts. Like, that's it. So yeah, I always end up forgetting. Like, I come in from recess duty and like it's my lunch. And then I went, oh, there was the drop. And then I go check and everything's sold out. And then I find out like it only disappeared in like 20 minutes. So I had no chance. Um, but yeah, well, let's get some toys going because we are approaching the hour mark, which I know I told my wife, like, hey, I think I might just keep it to an hour. Again, I know it's very hard because once I get going talking about toys, like, I love this time together so much. But I do think just for my life, I should try to keep things on the smaller ends. But it doesn't mean I'm not tapping out right away because I gotta show you some robots. So let me get a couple going first. Let's see how they look. So once again, very, very honored and privileged to be at a point in my toy journey where I've had some companies. Oof. Sorry, my stress is out. Stand him back up. I wanted to see that say this thing a little bit. Okay. So I am very happy and for it, but also very fortunate to be at a stage where I have some companies that have been interested in sending me some toys to talk about. And Yolopark had, like I had a little back and forth with them, and they first sent me, as you guys know, it was Rhinox, who I finally built, and he's just so rad. Just again, really like a ton of personality, and he has the articulated hands just like Scourge does, and Optimus. So that's really neat. Cheetor has swappable hands, which is also really cool. But I like the articulated hands from them too because they're firm. They're firm joints. I'm not saying they'll never loosen up, but he can hold everything that he wants to, and it only takes about 10 minutes to build these things. And you remember, there's Scourge, and these guys are so big. Just trying to get them to fit into my little second cam here. But there we go. So Scourge is great. Rhinox is great. I'm just giving you the little reminder before I get to Optimus. And Cheetor on the smaller side, but oh man, it's just very sleek. Very, give it a little Machu slow motion cam. Sleek and sexy. Look at that. I think Emma Kinney was saying that he's doing like a black wash over the Cheetor. I could be mistaken, but that could actually, just in terms of bringing out some more detail or adding some more detail to it, I think that'd be pretty great. But really love these guys. And again, I owe them some. I owe these toys. I owe these toys some photographs just because they do look so good. But yeah, so Optimus Prime is rad. Like I was so excited because I had been looking up. I had Optimus and Megatron in my cart so many times. And I was gonna end up pulling the trigger on getting them anyway. So that's what's really cool. The fact that like it all worked out time wise where it hadn't happened yet, and they're like, "Would you like us to send you the Pro Series?" And I went, "Why, yes, I would love to discuss these two." So I have only built Optimus yet. I filmed stuff to make a reel, so you'll get to see like again in my story today. Maybe if I bring that up just to have that on mute for a second, but this way you'll at least get to see the inside of the box. So let me just. So there we go. Like Machu, look at how great that is. Look at like seriously, are these not spot on? Oh man. Oh yeah, I have Savage Crucible we're gonna talk about too. But there we go. So that's what's so great is literally I can't stress enough. It is just like it's all there for you. It's in the order of boop boop pop it in. Now I did follow the directions because I didn't want to screw anything up, but it is just a matter of you saw the box. Like it just goes that goes there. Okay, plug this in, and the die cast bits on here. It's not even like it's so rock solid. And you actually need like a screwdriver to pry the centerpiece open. It does encourage that. And you know what? Like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that in, but he has the matrix now plugged in, which you can kind of see with the lighting there. And you may have noticed, look at this side to side rocker, and there's an ab crunch. There's a freaking ab crunch on this guy. Which the red figure I showed off from Hasbro that doesn't transform, he did not. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, everything is great. And look, the hinges, that's how you can get that sweet leg movement. So you can get them out to the side. You can get a full blown 90 degrees. Like this part here is die cast. Look at that knee. Look at that knee articulation. And look, he does the robo butt kick. Like he can get everything. He can get everything. Now, he's the one that I've had a little bit of trouble standing. He does come with a really sick stand though, to help. And you know what? The feet do move. Actually, there you go. The feet are, they do have, it's just they're a little bit harder to like, there's no rocker from side to side, but it does actually come out. So I just haven't messed around enough. Oop, as I mute myself. But I just haven't messed it around enough to figure out the best way of getting him to stand. But there you go. Actually, for an action shot, yeah. Oh man. Now I just ordered the batteries yesterday. So you're gonna see Optimus. You're gonna see Optimus on this channel again once I get the light up feature going. His eyes light up using. Well, here's the stand, by the way. There's the stand, which does take. I'm gonna have to still figure out the best way of using that. Like I wanted him to just kind of be standing on it, but then that was up a little too high. I don't know. I got to figure it. I just need more playtime with it. But I love the little Autobots logo on there. But that's the stand for him. Comes with the big blaster, and I think this is where the piece is, the magnet to like light the head. So like I said, you're gonna be seeing him again because I want it. I want it in all his glory. This was rad too. Comes with his axe, so the hands will come out very easily, but not like where it's loose. Again, just a nice little ball joint. And just, yeah, pops in and out. See? So that's in there. But look at that. Ah! He is so neat. He is very neat. So yeah, guys, I mean, for the price point, I know I've said it multiple times already. The fact that I can only assume that because it's a model kit and they're not going toe to toe like with Hasbro in terms of here's a action figure, but by model kit and making it basically a build a figure, like the savings have been passed to us. Something like this comes out to, if you order directly from Yolopark, $65. If you want to help another fellow toy bro out, I think does Cody, do you have the TikTok shop going with him? I knew Cody was able to get his hands on some Yolopark stuff too, but ordering through the TikTok shop, if you have a TikTok account, Yolopark has an official store on there, and they have different coupons. And if you've never ordered, like I still haven't made my first like TikTok shop purchase, but I've been very close on like a streaming chair for here, so I just haven't done it yet. But I'm not, I know plenty of people that have, and Cody has gotten stuff through his store, yada yada. So yeah, man, Yolopark, you could just order directly from them, and you might be able to get it cheaper than the 65 that he would come out to with the shipping and the tax, or maybe not the tax, but it's like $65 when I had looked it up, ordering these guys separately. So yeah, man, Optimus Prime is no joke. Again, Yolopark is crushing it, and I do really like the die-cast enhancements. It adds so much weight to him. He's rock solid. So I'm super pumped to not only talk about Optimus and shoot him more, but I do have Megatron as well. And again, Cody and No Chewing have both done great stuff breaking down Megatron already, but I plan on doing my thing here too. Once those batteries come in, you'll get to see a full-blown little. Maybe I'll do a toy photography setup that Sunday. That could be fun. Let's see. Scrolling down, I did miss some some chats here. Digs with Spidey Daredevil, and of course Laser Man. Let's see. Oh, you didn't do all the time. I only did Marvel and DC. Oh, okay. I think it's a decent pick. Okay. Whoop, Toy Addict 17. What's going on? Oh, Danny boy. How you doing, brother? Happy Sunday, man. Let's see. Ray Paz. I don't know how you guys pick 3. Just so much goodness in these 2 comic universes. It's true. It is true. Local Lou said top 5 heroes: Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Deadpool, and Green Ranger. Very nice. Messi said the unmasked Tom head's able to be swapped. Can the battle damage go on the new suit? Yes, sir. Yes. I think I had. Oh wait. Let's see. I have it going. I have it going. I'm checking for you. Let's see. Let's see. I think so. The answer is yes, peg wise. And I think when I first thought of that, here's the thing ooh, to consider is that the final battle head is bigger than the Infinity War suit. There you go. So see, it's actually like just a physically larger head, which makes sense because he's bigger and older. So, but peg wise, yeah, like this shouldn't be a problem to plug in here. Oh, it's not. You know what? It's surprising. It's not. It's got some jiggle to it, so it's not as spot on as I hoped. But they're with that look. But yeah, it's got a little jiggle, but that's the head on that body, which still works actually. But yeah, that's interesting that it's got the peg ball must be a little bit smaller. Yes, it is. So I wonder if the reverse would work, but I'll have to check that out. I'll keep it in mind for the review. Check those head swaps going. All right, just popping him back together. All right. I love these reviews. Also, really like the bonus of it. I always chuckle and get a ton from it. Yes. All right. Thank you, Finn. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. That gives me a little boost to get one or two more done this week. So thank you. I appreciate that. These long drawn out reviews seem like a reviewer just wants to hear their own voice. I can assure you, that's not like I do love talking about toys. Like I'm guilty of that for sure. This is what Wade and I were talking about is that like he was saying how he did where is it? Like this one I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to open tonight, since they came in. But he said he recorded like 40 minutes of footage and it might never see the light of day. And I told him like I enjoy hearing like from like especially Wade and The Amazing, like those are top two of my types, and Robo, like I love watching their stuff, and I enjoy their takes and little stories that they'll put in, like The Amazing filling this thing on a comic lore and stuff. Um, so I would like that. It's not an ego. It's I know for me too. Like when I've done my big Mezco ones, there's just a lot to cover, and I try to keep. My wife has definitely helped me try to stay on point instead of going off on tangents. But this video, like this new 5 minute format, is really laser focusing me in on just the main parts of the toy to go over. And if it's something that like I didn't go into the super crazy detail because there's like I alone own 5 SHF Spider-Man figures, like from just the MCU. So, if you're checking it out, like maybe you already have one of the many, because there's been so many SHF Spideys that have been out there. So, rather than reiterate every last piece to the articulation, like I did get into a little storytelling, but I'm not saying it's not the case. Again, everybody's different, but at least the guys that like in my conversation with Wade, we just love talking about these figures in front of us. So sometimes the time does get away, as a stream right now. Let's see. No, and not at all. Right? Never, 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 never. Again, I'm asking for critiques and honesty. I can work with honesty. You know what I mean? So like, I'm doing this for like the purpose of these videos is to hopefully entertain and inform you guys. So if I'm not, if I'm losing you by rambling on about something else, like I need to know that. So no, it's not at all. Like I'm asking for honest criticism and critique. So thank you. What's up, Matt Gray? Happy Sunday. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Yeah, Ray. I might have to do for that for that Tom figure. I will have to. Loku Lu. The only SHF Spider-Man figure that didn't break was is it Toei? Toei? I always mispronounce that. Spider-Man. All my other Spider-Man broke, but not my Mythic Spider-Man. All right, well, that's a bummer. There are things that I'm gonna talk about in the review when it comes to SHF. Like the peg hands worry me. Like my Toby was sometimes they get very loose at the pegs. Not that I worry about the peg itself. Sometimes there's been issues with like the joints locking up with the plastic. So that's a bummer. Too much news. So NECA is in New Jersey, but factories are in China. Fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wade stream, you mean yours? That was neat. He was like, "Hey, dude, do you mind starting this off? Because I got to eat." I was like, "Yeah, of course. Like, no problem." He's like, "All right, don't mess on my show." I'm like, "I promise I won't." Josh Brown, you should have one kid as a plant that can order stuff for you when they drop. We are entering like the last bit of the school year, right? Would anybody be mind like fourth market pitch like 30 something days left? NY Figure Fanatic, NYC Figure Fanatic. What's going on? Happy Sunday, man. Ray Paz, I'm gonna enable Dark Gimbo. Can't you just say you need a bio break in order your pre-orders? Oh man, a bathroom break maybe. Oh, I know. I mean, this is just because this particular schedule, when it started for me in January, like I'm straight through. Like I haven't run into this problem since being a toy guy. Like I've always usually had some level of like, and obviously like I have my boys that I can usually hit up and ask. But like I said, I wasn't gonna kill myself over trying to get these particular toys, just because I have the other stuff. Like if they fell in my lap, if an opportunity arose, and it sounds like between like Aristotle and Diggs, like an opportunity is going to arise. Yim Boner reference. What's going on? There's my brother-in-law Mike. How you doing, dude? I dedicated the first I don't know, maybe half hour of this show to talking hockey. You're gonna have to scrub back. Um Man, let's see. They scale amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rhinox looks awesome, dude. Cal, I know Cal. We're gonna do some collabs coming up. It all figures. The guy Sean that did my amazing Yimbo as Spider-Man and did the Toy Daddies. Um, yeah, he also just recently got his too. So I'm definitely again gonna load up. I'm not gonna just take like one photo. I'm gonna try to snap a bunch of these photos so I can spread the collab love and get some stuff going with some friends. What's the extra party brings for Optimus? So Cal, I know you actually got the Rise of the Beast Optimus too. So I was gonna reach out and tell you, brother, that I'm gonna hang on to these, and next time I have an opportunity to send something out to you, there's this part, and so it's two of the same. I think. Yeah, they look basically the same, but like arm cannons. So this is for the Rise of the Beasts. So I was able to hook up Cox Create because Cheetor came with the Bumblebee pieces. So I was like, oh, dude, I'm like, if you just want the parts, like, let me just send them to you. So Cal, I have those. So I got your back. I got your back. Let's see. I'm doing a black wash, silver accents, matte spray, pretty much the whole shebang. Messy, that's gonna be freaking killer, man. And then you're gonna make me want to do it. I do actually have a matte spray now, so it's I think I put it in my Amazon storefront, but I haven't done anything with it yet, my matte spray, but I do have one now. Marvel fan, my top three characters because you didn't read. I know. I'm sorry. Like I didn't want. I'm running out of time for getting to bed. I'm getting, but let's see. I know I'm like such an old man. I just know this week is gonna be so late for me. Hold on, I'm scrolling back. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we? What's your favorite? Okay, three favorite Marvel characters. Your three and your three DC characters, and then the three all time. I thought I covered that one. No, and then for me it was Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and Star Lord, and then Joker, Batman, and Red Hood. And I think Joker's written beautifully. Red Hood is a special place in my heart, and I love Star Lord. Yeah, all great. I'm saying, wait, I thought I read these. Did I miss another one? Hold on. No, we didn't do that. You didn't do all time. I only did Marvel in. Oh, Marvel in DC. You didn't do all of. Oh, okay. All right. All time favorite character. Well, no, that's what I was saying. My three all time favorites, like those will never change, and that's like Marvel, DC was Spidey, and then Superman and Batman. Right? Am I missing? Am I misreading? I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay on top of it, bud. Um. All right. Here's one. What's my favorite live stream I've done? I mean, I try to enjoy myself every time. So man, I don't know. I that's a really difficult question because I've hung out with so many amazing people in the toy community at this point. So that's really hard to say. I mean, even our toy pick community, like I can't stress enough. If you haven't subbed that channel, we're closing in on 1,000 over there. And we just had like from January till March, like we had excellent interview after interview, like Savage Crucible, which I wanted to talk about this guy tonight too. But we had Rob Post on from Savage Crucible on the show. That was an amazing night. We've had Belainer things from NECA. We had Emily from GI Joe from the Hasbro team, and she, not just Joe's, but um, man, who else? We had Mitchell Wu. We had Johnny Bananas. Like we've had Nose Rain on. I'm just now pulling. We had D Amazing. Like I'm not even. Now I just feel like I'm turning into a name dropper. But we've been again very fortunate to establish like nice relationships with people. And every single time, like if you think of person school, so far all of these toy heroes of mine have been amazing. So it has been really nice getting to hang out with all of these different people. And again, unparalleled, giving me a break and coming on this stream to promote Odious when he was first doing his Kickstarter, and the fact that we're like bros now. I love that guy. Like I'm so happy every time we get to schedule something, and like he was saying, like that was my fourth time on his stream this past Friday, and what a blast. So like I mean, I thought Friday was a lot of fun. If you haven't checked that out, again tomorrow because we're still hanging out, or after the show, if you haven't listened to that interview, like we had a great time. So it's hard. That's a hard one. Again, ranking is hard. Um, Figure report. See, I still need to get Mikey on the stream. We still have to get Mikey on. Love you, man. How you doing? Hope everything's well. I don't remember if you like the Mezco Goblin. I do. It's awesome. It's super rad. Uh, he's another set that the two of them I could go into super detail with, but I might do maybe like a double like 10-minute video just to run through and give like impressions that can live on as like a review video. But yeah, both of those are really sick, and I need to revisit them. I appreciate guys like you and the Geek Effect change things up a bit and not doing the same overview format. Thanks. Oh, and Kirk is just killing it. Sorry, I'm getting clearing that nose. Yeah, I think he's Kirk. Kurt is somebody that I think No Chewing reached out to, so we're gonna be talking to him pretty soon on the Toy Pick community. But I mentioned to him the other day he crossed over another milestone, and I just said, man, dude, just keep killing it. You just keep the grind because like his stuff is excellent, and there's in no way do I like he has carved out his amazing style. He does I mean, like God, just like the way he shoots things and puts his stuff together and all the different, just like visually beautiful and the variety of shots. It's incredibly impressive. So like, I know what goes into video editing, and he would be something I would strive for if I had equipment, and I have some equipment that could do it, but like just even the time to like dedicate to it, so I'm happy like he's somebody that is able to really maximize the time in his life to crush it. Like his stuff is epic. So he's deserved every single bit of his seat at the table right now. I've loved seeing his growth as a community guy. So but thank you for even like, putting me in the same sentence, Jamie Lynn. I appreciate that. Finn Cobb said, I think the best part is that there are a lot of people giving reviews, but I like to hear what my buddies, YouTube friends, just think about these awesome toys. There you go. And you know what? Somebody that inspired that aspect to it was The Amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like his style, his natural way, the fact that you're hanging like that was something that inspired me to be like, you know what, if I might not be able to do a geek effect level of like filming and editing, like if I could go to that level, but then D Amazing with his way, and I'm like, how many hours of his content have I watched in my life? You know what I mean? And it's just so pleasurable. And like when I first had him on, and I couldn't stop showering him with compliments. Like even like when you hear the police siren going off, it's like, but it's just all part of that, just hanging out with D. You know, so. Thank you, Finn. I appreciate that, man, and I'm glad. Like my stuff is being enjoyed in that regard. That's cool. Um, the Monkey Man Gaming favorite sport for me is baseball, and then I love watching football, and but then I love playing basketball. Like baseball and basketball are my two like favorites to play, and then but then yeah, football is a second in terms of viewing, but baseball's always my top. All right, let's do 8 more minutes. I went an hour and a half, guys, because I'm having such a blast with you guys tonight. I created a name for Dark Yimbo. Check your T. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta bring this up. Oh, Samurai Chris, you kill me. You kill me. Oh my god. Here we go, everybody. So thanks to Samurai Chris for giving us. Yimbo says no. It is Yimbo No Bueno is born. Perfect. That's perfect. Oh my god, amazing. Marvel fan. And again, I'm trying to think of it if I think I caught everybody's up before. Um, oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll jump back ahead. I just wanted to check. Oh, because there's my neighbor Dan, Captain 1134. What's going on, dude? Shout out to Dan. He had a very big uh feature. So Diamond Select were having their contest, and I got to this was so cool. Again, I love wins for people in our community. It's just like, oh, it's the best. So if taking a look at this picture right here, boom, Captain 1134 getting featured, and as well as all of these amazing shots here. Look at this. So Dan is the first one. So again, congratulations. But yeah, he got selected as part of their like account feature. Excuse me, account features um for the Diamond Select photo contest. So for the 25th anniversary. So Dan, congratulations again, dude. Um, Wade creates in the house. What's going on, Wade? How you doing, man? And oh, the code. So I don't think my code works for Megatron or Optimus, though. Sadly, only their other stuff. All right, Cody, put some work in. Go hit them up. Find out. But again, guys, just in terms of if you're on TikTok, that could still be an option. They may or may not even have free shipping. I remember trying to figure it out over there. So even if it doesn't necessarily benefit Cody, it still might benefit your pocket. And that's again what we're all trying to do here is help each other out. Um, so Samurai Chris, that was epic, dude. All right, Marvel fan. Also for X-Men 97 Wave 3, if they do, which they probably will, it'll be Forge in civilian form, Sunspot powered off, Jubilee, Beast, Morphin, Mr. Sinister. Those are great picks. I know, like we've been doing a lot of speculating as to like that upcoming wave. They can't go wrong with anything because that show is just it's amazing. It is really amazing. Oh, and I would love that version of Cable. The animated one, the retro one that's out or coming out, I thought was going to be an instant grab. And then I noticed like the metal arm looked a little lanky, a little long. I mean, it's also very similar to my Mezco. So I really am trying to not double up as much on like some of the like Cable, somebody that I love as a character, but I don't know if I need a million forms of him. So like I have that awesome, like Mezco Cable, but then the X-Men 97 look I don't have. So I would definitely grab the Legends version of that. So yeah, hopefully. Um, let's see. Yeah, man, I'm totally stoked for them. Again, thank you for understanding, especially just getting these shots done. But I promise I will. Let's see. Cap, here we go. 3 Marvel characters: Cap, Cable, and Spidey. There. Ooh. And then 3DC Nightwing. Yeah, there you go. Getting a Robin in there. Superman and Green Arrow. Oh man, my nose keeps running. Ray Paz, hey, the beauty is it's an check out the replay, buddy. Like it's also whether it's on my channel or over the Toy Pick community because I cross stream everything. But yeah, that was a really great like her rise in toys. It was such a fascinating story. And that's what's going to be cool about Cody is like again putting the spotlight on like it's not just so much of a hangout. Like we want to know people's origin stories in toys and where they are and what they're doing. So and I know Unparalleled, he's gonna be another one coming up soon too. Weight Create 3 Marvel: Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Can't go wrong there, man. And then Batman, Red Hood, and Joker. Yeah, all time is Deadpool. You can't go wrong with Deadpool, man. You really can't. He and Ant-Man. And then Woody from Toy Story. 3 action figures that you can use anywhere in the world, and it will make sense. Um, Josh Red, I'm telling you, Wade said you love him. He already knows it. Maybe I haven't told him formally yet, but I'm sure he can tell. Let's see. You're probably not gonna do the same cheater custom as me. I'm adding actual fur battle damage to much of my fire. Oh man, that's gonna be amazing. Let me see what you do. Again, whenever it comes to custom stuff, like I'm doing my best to stay on top of things. So it's just like it might be added to like my one day like idea list. All right, final 2 minutes, everybody. Um, let's see. I'm inviting myself next Sunday. Hey, there you go. All right, Mikey. Perfect. Yeah, let's do it next Sunday. Awesome. Figure report coming on. I'd love it. Yes, we got it. Done. I better set a reminder to send figure report my StreamYard link for Sunday at 9 a.m. 5-5. There you go. It's on there. I'm not getting it. So I need the digital reminders. You got it. All right, Jamie Parks. Do you have all the X-Men baseball issues? Seems like those comics. Oh man, it's right in the middle of the Yim diagram. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to do some research. So the answer is no, but that is right up my alley, right up my. It's right down the middle. Right in my wheelhouse. Duh, baseball term. There you go. That's right in my wheelhouse. All right. We'll take. Oh man, you guys are. I see. I want to keep catching up on all these amazing chats, guys. Question I asked the first time I watched the Yimbo stream. Any figure recommendations before I collected Legends and McFarlane's? Now I'm more into Mafex and Figuarts. If you could get your hands on that Gambit, that Mafex Gambit is that reissue is amazing. It's really amazing. Oh, that'd be good. Boulevard Trask. That would be another great one. Yeah, 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 yeah. These are great choices. Great choices. Way Create, great way to end the weekend. It was awesome hanging. Dude, again, thank you guys so much. This is a perfect time to start telling you, like, again, huge smile on my face. Thank you guys for all of you for being a part of this evening and chatting along with me. Again, I genuinely appreciate you taking time out of your life to listen to me talk about toys. But I will still want to catch up on a couple more. But that was just a perfect way. Thank you, Wade. Speaking from movies and shows, Jules says Iron Man, Wanda, Spider Man, and for DC, I don't know because I can't see what's happening. That's good. But, I mean, from a DC point, Peacemaker would be up in mine in terms of like the films and movies. But yeah, we're locked in, Mikey. And oh, KJ Smith, dude, I am unfortunately wrapping things up now, but of course, I hope you can catch the replay. And thank you so much for even thinking of me to pop on. I appreciate it. And yeah, X-Men often play sports, usually baseball, in their downtime in the comics. I thought it was I just assumed it was baseball or basketball because of the comic or the TV show. Baseball, but yeah, I mean that would make a lot of sense. It's a big school, right? Lots of kids. You can make a 9-on-9. You can field a team. Marvel fan, love you, Imo. You're not one of my favorites. Top 3 for sure. Hey, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Samurai, thank you for Dark Yimbo No Bueno. Have a great night. And you know what? I think if I missed anybody in the chat tonight, I apologize. I think I hit and called up as almost all of them. I try to keep my percentage close to 100. There we go. I'm at one of not. I got you. Thank you. But no, everybody, I appreciate it. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do some more stuff with this Savage Crucible figure for next week. With I'll see if figure report is gonna be if he got any of these coming his way. But I'm just gonna tell you now, if you're looking for anthropomorphic, these figures have articulation for days. And yeah, it's another set that I can't wait to start putting against Conan and Spiro. So more to come, more to come. But in the meantime, like Optimus in this Lemurian Savage, we're going to snuggle up, head to bed. Thank you guys, appreciate it, and definitely try it out, Ray. But yeah, again, you guys are the best. Sorry, I'm just clicking around. Let me look in the camera. You got a lot of like angry stars tonight, so you guys are the best. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your